going on, everyone? Today we're going to be going over ZEN. So right now Horizen, or in other words known as ZEN, is up by 2.4% in the last 24 hours, but it's doing well in the last week. 66% in the last week, 82% in the last 2 weeks, 104% in the last 30 days, and 159% in the last year. Today we're going to talk about where I think this is going to go next. This video was actually requested by one of the members. Big shout out to the members, guys. Go ahead and become a member of the channel, guys, and I'll go over these projects for you. I'll do a full breakdown on it. So anyway, shout out to all the members. Shout out to the member that requested this, and shout out to everybody out there. But let's talk about ZEN, because as you guys can see here, we're going through sort of a pattern here that could be seen as bullish. And my first ZEN video was on October 21st when it was $12. I was talking about how it could pump 250% soon at $12. And then you can see here, I made another video at $18. I was like, it could continue the 250% pump after this pullback. And then what happened? It pulled back just a little bit here. It went down to 16 cents. And now we see what's happening to ZEN now. Well, actually, it went back to not 16 cents, $15. But now we see what's happening to it. So it does look like ZEN wants to do another breakout here. So that's what I really want to talk about. So as you can see, we have a sort of a pattern forming up here, and this is a bullish symmetrical triangle. So we're seeing the bullish symmetrical triangle right now. This right here is the bullish symmetrical triangle. Now you could try to argue and be like, maybe it's a descending triangle. It kind of does look like one, like if you like straighten this out possibly, or the bottom part out. If you straighten the bottom part out, maybe possibly, but I don't know. That's still a little bit far-fetched. I mean, I could see where the descending triangle theory is, because if this is indeed a descending triangle, then now we're looking towards the downside. But if it is a bullish symmetrical triangle, we're then looking towards the upside. But anyways, the success rate or the win rate on a bearish descending triangle is about 72% to the downside, and then a bullish symmetrical triangle, the win rate here is about approximately 54% to the upside. So there's it's a little bit mixed right now. It's a little bit mixed, but I still believe we will see a breakout for ZEN eventually, even if we pull back now. Like, let's say we broke down out of this level here, out of this symmetrical triangle. Let's say we broke down, we could still possibly see another uptrend bringing us even higher up here. Even if we start breaking down and going sideways, we could still move up from here. So I still am standing on the same prediction that I stood on a month ago when I made my ZEN video. The 250% pump from when I first called it, which was down here at $12. That's when I first called it, and I was like, look guys, we're doing a 250% pump, and we're going all the way up here to $44 pretty much. So we're doing this all the way up to $44, and we're still in the process of it. From where we are now, we're looking at like 140% gains, but that is still good in itself, in my personal opinion. Or well, really, from where we are now, it's about 120% gains. So still, I still think that we're in a good position here inside of ZEN, even if this is a descending triangle, because you can look at it. You can see how this right here could present itself more so as a descending triangle rather than a symmetrical triangle, right? Because you come over here and it's really leveled out. So if this is indeed a symmetrical triangle, it's more likely going to go down. But even if it does, it could still go back up from there. And also, let's say it is a descending triangle. Remember, it's only like a 72% win rate for a descending triangle to the downside. So there's still a small percentage, like a 28%, that we could still go up. And even if it's a bullish symmetrical triangle, there's still a percentage that it can go down rather than up. So, you know, we're kind of mixed a little bit here, but I'm gonna go with the descending triangle theory, because it does look like a descending triangle here. It looks way more like a descending triangle than an ascending triangle. But also, we have another pattern kind of forming here. So you always want to be aware of your patterns and how they're forming out. So this is almost like just the upward channel here. So there's a possibility that we could continue to trade within this upward channel. So there's a possibility that we break out and then we come down. So $30 should be coming soon. If you guys look at this area right up here, we have $32. Reason why I chose that as the resistance is because over here we had that same level that we hit twice here, actually 3 times, actually 4 times. Fourth time was right here, and we probably hit it even more times back there. So $32, aka $30, does look like a good area for ZEN. So if we break out, look for $30 next. Some other people are looking at $30 as their next price target. I think $30 is going to be the most realistic price target for right now, like short term. And then I would say long term, we're still looking for that same $44/$45, but $44 technically, right? 44. So anyways, $44, $32 soon. Let's see what's going to be coming up. All right. And anyways, the daily chart here, still got some buying pressure coming in here on the MACD for the daily chart. All is well there. And then we have the weekly chart. Ooh, the weekly chart is looking nice. That's why I'm still bullish on it. So weekly chart, a lot of buying pressure still coming in. The percent R trend exhaustion actively increasing. Long-term trend coming down off of an oversold area. Short-term trend coming off of an oversold area. Like, it has a lot of momentum, and that's why ZEN is doing so well. So again, guys, we're looking for $44 total, but in the short term here, we're looking for $32, and then eventually it will get up to 44. So that's what I'm looking for here with ZEN. Still bullish with it. If we did a pullback, I would be looking for this to go down to about $14, and then continue the uptrend from there. If we did that, it would look something like this, and then like a continued uptrend from there. Because if you think about it, and you do this, it kind of looks like, you know, if we did hit $14, like that would go just perfectly with our trend line. Like, our trend line would literally perform perfectly if we went to that level. And then not only that, you can also see we do have a sort of another pattern. Oh, I don't really want to say that's a pattern now. I can't really do that, but this would technically be called a bearish expanding triangle. This is what Bitcoin actually just now broke out of. And I was tracking Bitcoin, and if you guys have been watching my videos, you would know. But yeah, Bitcoin just broke down from a bearish expanding triangle. Everything has been in a bearish expanding triangle recently, but as you can see here, it does look like it could quite possibly be it, but you see how it breaks the structure there. So it does look like a bearish expanding triangle, and more than likely, yeah, it is. Actually, if you zoom in, it is. So let me go ahead and take this off, and then show you guys. So this right here is the bearish expanding triangle. And that's exactly what Bitcoin's into. You can see here we are in the bearish expanding triangle. You can see with this wick, only like the tail end of it is up there, which means it's still trading within this range right here. So we're still going within the same range. So it's a pretty good sign that we are, you know, going in the right direction. But if it is, then if this is indeed a bearish expanding triangle, we could suffer a pullback all the way down, like I said, $14. But with this being a bearish expanding triangle, there's a possibility that we break the structure right here and continue on a downtrend. So remember, it's not always going to be up, but there's a possibility that we could break down below this, right? Because we have what looks to be, let me bring that back. So we have right here what looks to be a descending triangle, as you can see here, a bearish structure. And then you can also see the bearish expanding triangle, as you can see right here. So we have two bearish signs. But the reason why I still feel bullish on this is because, you know, this is just a perfect setup. It just looks like the perfect setup, right? Even if we pull back to $14, let's say we start breaking down, going below it because of the bearish expanding triangle, we should pull out of there to the downside. We should go down to like $11 from there, possibly even lower if it even happened that way. But right now, ZEN is like an outlier inside of the crypto community right now. Right now, everything's going down, but ZEN's going up. So that's what ZEN has going for it. But I'm still bullish on ZEN. I still think eventually it is going to get to that $32 area and eventually that $44 area. But we do have some bearish structure trying to pull us down. So there's a lot of things going against us. So that's all I gotta really say right there. But anyways, I think we're still in a good space. This is all I got for you guys today. Again, shout out to the member that recommended me going over this. Again, you got to be careful because as you can see, it's like 50-50 right now. We got two bearish patterns showing here, but we just have the momentum of the bulls still. Even though we have the bearish patterns, the momentum of the bulls is still with us. So remember, these bearish patterns can still be invalidated. They can be invalidated. They don't always have to go in that direction. That's why the symmetrical triangle only has a 54% win rate. A descending triangle is like a 72.77% or something like that to the downside win rate. So, there's always a possibility. But anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, nor is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.